Shut up and sit down.
Hey friends, Simon from Nerd Safari here. Normally your dork from New York, but today I am your dork from the second oldest city in Europe, second only to Athens, Greece, the capital of Portugal. You know it, I'm in Lisbon. I'm working here this week, all on my lonesome, trying to cram in a little bit of sightseeing if I can. But while I'm here, there's something that I couldn't resist. Now, Ellie is not a giant fan of the Dune series, but ages ago, I guess this was 2020, when we were just starting this channel off, we did a reaction to the initial trailer for Dune Part 1, and I was a little bit meh about it, and everyone said, you know what, to really enjoy it, you need to read the book. And lo and behold, for that Christmas, Ellie got me the book Dune by Frank Herbert. I've only read the first book, and I honestly thought the book was fantastic. And I was then a lot more hyped about seeing the first movie. Now, I mean, thinking about the fact that this movie starred Timothée Chalamet and Josh Brolin and, oh my goodness, Oscar Isaac and Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa, like the cast is massive. It launched, and Zendaya, let's not forget Zendaya, it launched, and people were like, it's promising, I'm not really sure what it was doing, and I kind of felt like the problem with the first movie was, I guess David Lynch was kind of forced to cram too much into a short space of time. With the second movie, maybe they're a victim of the opposite. They kind of took their time, they really tried to tell a rich story and develop the characters, and therefore Part 1 obviously feels very, very incomplete. So I am stoked to see what Part 2 gives us. Obviously, having read the book, I know about all the twists and turns that are coming. I mean, that book was more Game of Thrones than Game of Thrones could ever be. So I'm going to dive in right now and watch the trailer for Dune Part 2 for the very first time. If you want to see what I think about it, stick around until the end, but let's do this.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in?
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you. In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain.
Ooh.
The end of House Atreides.
My father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive? Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Oh man. The thumper.
Don't try to impress anyone.
No, really, don't.
You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness.
Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy. Oh, wow.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides. We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Oh my goodness. Wow, so, you know, the trailer didn't tell us too much. I guess maybe they're relying on the fact that a lot of people have read the book and therefore they don't need to tell us too much, but man, the scene where he's about to, I mean, it can't be a spoiler at this point, right? There are big hooks, he falls into the sand, he's going to ride something big, and we've seen the sandworms. I was kind of blown away in the book by the scale of that, and I don't think the David Lynch movie, it technically wasn't able to portray that scene in the way that it deserved. Just the idea of seeing the scale of the sandworms. Oh, I just, even just seeing the thumper and the way it was drumming into the sand, man. You know, similarly, I felt like David Lynch's movie couldn't tell the scale of the whole story. The battles seemed kind of small scale. It looked like dozens of people, not thousands of people. But seeing the scenes at the end where Paul Atreides is stood there and you can see the Fremen beneath him, man, this looks like it's going to be pretty epic. I'm super excited for this one. I guess you can tell. What I actually did think the David Lynch movie did really well, for its time, obviously, was the dueling and the way they were using the shields in the duels. I am super intrigued to see how that plays out in this modern retelling where, again, they have the power of technology on their side. What can they do to really bring those dueling scenes to life? Because some of those scenes in the book were just riveting. Hey, well, thank you so much for watching my reaction to this trailer. As you can see, I am very, very positive about Dune Part 2, and if you enjoyed my reaction, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you, and I will see you very soon, friends, on the next Nerd Safari. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.